Hello, gang. African parks have admitted that they are responsible and take some blame, or a lot of the blame, or all of the blame, for what's happened with the African park scandal and their rangers' behaviour disgusting crimes to local populations. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look how Harry reacted to this. Now, Harry's a bit of a narc. Harry's a narc. I've been calling him a narc since 2019. I think you'll agree with me. Everyone can see that now. And one of the narc things a narc doesn't like is being called out and pointed out and people in guilt. Now, Harry, you know, does never admit he's at fault. Never, ever, ever. Never, 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 never. He thinks the sun shines out of his own bottom. So we are going to have a look and see what is going on with Harry with this news. And we're going to have a look at Megsy as well. I've just done another reading. And Megsy had the Tower card underneath. So we'll see what else comes out. Let's have a look. Okay, it's not fair straight away. So Harry's first card is justice in reverse. Things are not fair. This is uncalled for. This justice hasn't been done. He's at a difficult juncture here. Things are somewhat out of his control about the decision. The decision has been made for him. This could also relate to a Libra, but a Libra in the negative, who would be involved with the African park scandal somehow. We've got the moon crossing over. There's more to this, guys. Okay, let me just see what's above the situation. A door shut. Is he going to walk back from the charity? Is his name going to get dragged more through the continent of Africa? The moon crossing over. The moon can relate to women's reproductive health. It can relate to Pisces. But one of the things it also relates to is shadowy undercurrents, murky undercurrents, deceitful undercurrents. Let's see what's underneath. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Megsy is absolutely raging. She's an fire sign, so would come out as wands, but as an energy, if this is just Harry's energy with this, that Harry is really furious about the whole situation and he's concerned about something regarding it, something that can well incriminate him. That's interesting. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Mind games. Mind games that didn't play out the way he wanted. Mind games that didn't play out how he envisions them to be. The start of some type of contract or legal challenge that has fallen flat on its face. Maybe he was going to try and defend it. The Three of Wands is in reverse. Not good relationships. Disruptive relationships from where he's sitting. So he's sitting out looking across the world, looking at his different ventures, African parks and all of this stuff. And it's not going well for him. So we expect some more disruption involved in this story. The Ace of Wands is in reverse. And the Nine of Coins is in reverse as well. How will this story reflect on my wife? He's not going, right? He's not going straight to, oh my God, those poor people. He's going straight to, how will this story affect me? How will this story affect my wife? This is where he's going with this. This is what he wants to do. This is what he's all about. The Ace of Wands in reverse, he's really frustrated with a lot of things. What's on his mind? Okay. The World in reverse. There may be a death around this story, a further death. That 10 of Swords, though, he's feeling like he's been stabbed in the back. One of the things is he's very worried about being stabbed in the back with all of this story. He's very frustrated. He's very angry about it. And his first concern, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, is how he looks to the outside world. Because it doesn't look good. Let's have a look at Megatron in all of this. Seven of Wands, she wants to go on the defensive. She wants to go on the attack about something. So she might see some deflection stories like, Catherine didn't invite me to V-Day, and oh, Catherine was wearing Princess Diana's earrings and it was meant to be my earrings, and blah, blah. Expect some noise. They want to deflect. So they want to go on the attack about something else. They want to throw something out else. When Boris Johnson was Prime Minister of United Kingdom, there used to be a saying like he would throw a dead cat on the table to change the subject. And Megxie very much does this. She would just like get out of a situation by bluster. So she'd just throw something on the table. And I'm not saying I don't like Boris Johnson, far from it. And what I'm saying is that this is a tactic people do use to get out of things. And she is about to try that tactic to what about is. And there it is, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, crossing over again, guys. How does this make us look, Harry? How does this make us look? The Wheel of Fortune. It's just bad luck. It's bad luck, bad timing. And there we have the Knight of Wands underneath as well. The Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands underneath. She's raging. They're both raging about this, guys. And they're both most concerned. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse is how it looks on Megxie, because she's somewhat associated with it. The Two of Wands, again, a door closing. This might be Harry and Megxie's African charities aren't doing so well. Centaurblade and the African Park stuff. Could this be them closing the door with these charities? I do think they're going to start another one, though. Something like Oprah's Schoolhouse or something like that. She's still going to be angry. There's a Page of Wands again. She is seriously angry about this. Somehow the Emperor is in reverse. It's the patriarchy's fault. It's men's fault. She could well be blaming the king for this story. Why would you blame the king? What's he got to do with it? Everything is the monarchy's fault. Everything. She could be blaming, I doubt she'd be blaming her father. The Seven of Cups is in reverse. She's gaslighting herself. She's trying to gaslight everyone else. She's trying to gaslight all of us. There's the Tower. She's scared of this story, guys. Both of them are scared of this. And the Eight of Swords is in reverse. She's going to try and sneak a way out of it. But there is going to be with the World in reverse some type of death there. Let's see if they are arguing about it with these cards. Let's have a look. The Revolving Door. Oh, okay. They're going to be trying to blame somebody. Somebody else. Too many staff changing around again here. Interesting. Some debt. Some paperwork. Some involvement. Let's have a look what else. They just see people as meat man. It does make them sick. It does make them worried. They're going to try and get themselves out of this. They're going to say a lot of rubbish. They're going to invoke, to try and get away from all of this noise, they are going to invoke the spirit of Diana. It wouldn't be surprised me if they decided they can channel Nelson Mandela at this point. Martin Luther King. Why not? JFK, Queen Elizabeth coming through for Megsy, Pope Francis. I mean, you know, they are completely unhinged the house. But yeah, they are going to cause some mess about this. They're going to try and bullshit their way out of it. And they're going to try and blame one of the staff. Are they fighting about it? No, because I feel like both of their asses are really exposed. They're both really angry about this whole thing. And Megsy feels like it's going to come back on her. So she's trying to find some way to blame and somewhere, and expecting them to go on the attack and expecting them to be quite combative how they deal with this. We may get a mea culpa from Harry, but then they're going to to be honest, either they're going to come back batting angry with these cards, or they're going to do the dead cat thing, go, oh yeah, African pox, terrible, I'm sympathy for all the victims, and then look over there at something else, change the subject, switch it around really quickly to try and get people off the heat. People will stop sniffing around it. But there's something more with this, guys. There's something bigger with this, according to the cards, that they're really nervous about. There we go. That's a quick look into African parks for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys hanging around and checking out my readings. Please like, share, comment, and all of that YouTube stuff. And I'll see you soon for some more readings. Bye, everyone.